the world together. A fantasy, I know.
Well, Mr. Simpson, this whole ordeal, your past and your hopes for the future, is quite an odyssey, and your storytelling is akin to the poet himself, Homer. Some might even call you by a nickname that could equate those two. Something since I can't put it together right now.
Inspector, there's something you need to know.
Yes.
The tie that was found around her neck. I had given that tie to Peggy. It was a last token of my affection before we broke off our affair.
Then I need to speak with Madam Blackwell at once.
Inspector, I can trust upon your discretion. There's no need to know about anybody's reputation. That won't come out in the natural course of things.
What does that sign say right there, madam?
Exit.
I've got your back. But let's go.
Well, you should have pointed to the other side.
Caroline! Charles Blackwell, thank you so... Simpson.
Oh, Miss Marple, can I please get you a cup of tea? It's so delightful to have you here. I haven't seen you around in ages. Well, not since the last murder. You remember that one, don't you?
My dear, I do understand congratulations are in order. There's been news in the town about your ascendance to the head of the factory. This is what you've been wanting.
I prefer president of the factory, as my rightful title does state.
Charles, I understand you are actually banished from this household, but thank you for meeting me here. I thought it was important that we clear up a few things.
Yes, of course. And my father's out here presently, and I do not expect to stay long.
My dear, can you tell me what type of arts you're in?
Nude portraits.
You model or you draw?
Oh.
And that is worth giving up your inheritance, your family, your duty for?
Yes, it is my passion, my true calling in life.
But there's more.
Yes.
Tell her, Charles.
I'm in love.
With the enemy.
Yes.
I caught him. I walked in on him drawing her nude.
You saw that?
Yes!
Wait.
What am I to think? What is father going to think when he finds out? He is bound to find out.
What does it matter now? I am not part of the family.
My dear, I think perhaps this is something that could join the two families, do you not?
That would be a wonderful occurrence if it were to happen, but my father is such a stubborn man.
My dear, lost all by yourself without your mother. She was the only one who would look after you. Your mother favored your brother. That must have hurt.
Well, for a long time, both of my parents favored my brother, and it hurt quite a lot. It's been a recent development that my father has started to favor me. But yes, not having my mother's love did hurt Charles.
That was not my fault. I tried to incorporate you, Caroline.
Oh, hodgepodge. Every opportunity he got, he would show off something to her and simultaneously put me down. It hurt Charles. And it still does.
I see the sibling rivalry between you two, and it is not correct. But my dears, I feel sorry for you both, especially you. Yes, you have gotten everything that you want, but deep inside, there's something dark that lurks there.
I don't know what you're speaking of, Miss Marple. Whatever could you be talking about?
Lies. are telling lies to your entire family.
I'm not. I love men. Not that you said anything about men. I figured I would clarify.
Scheming behind your brother's back. You might wonder how I know all of this.
I do, actually. Please.
Amy.
I have incredible hearing. And we are neighbors.
It's true, yes. My bedroom window is open just into your bedroom.
Exactly. And my dear, you do not have a quiet voice.
I've been told that before.
Yes. Charles,
Yes.
you must know that your sister has been scheming, trying to get Margaret to fall in love with you, but Margaret and she are together.
Is this true?
Yes, it's true. I'm so sorry.
So I
Charles.
knew it! I knew that you were trying to get me out of the family. It was all for the money. It was all for yourself. You've always been jealous of me, of my abilities, my artistic abilities, my passion for life. And you were always typecast into one role. That is not my fault. From day one. From day one, I thought you were true to me, but you never were. It was always a scheme. Everything.
It was always a scheme. Everything. My dears. Oh, it was an ugly moment between the two siblings. And what do you think happened next? A murder! But who do you think it was? My friends, can you guess which one of these poor souls breathed the final breath? Margaret. Margaret.
We're sorry.
Oh, my friends, woe is this town so much murder. And Margaret's poor body was discovered like this.
Dear girl, what is this now?
Come in right away. I've got news to share.
The last time you acted like this, someone had been killed.
Oh, Father, it's happened again. It's just dreadful. The new woman that I had just hired to be secretary. I have something to tell you, Father. It's going to change your perspective of me.
Well, out with it, girl.
Margaret was the love of my life. This is who I am, Father. She was the most gentle soul I had ever met. When you and Mother was so busy fawning over Charles, she understood me. She was the person I could confide in. And there I was, going over to her house to have a cup of tea. Oh, thank you. To have a cup of tea. And I knocked on the door. Nobody answered, so I went around the back of her house. I know the key is hidden underneath a little rock. I pulled out the key and I opened it. Oh, that's quite enough, thank you. I opened the door and I went inside and called out for her. And I heard nothing but a high-pitched buzzing noise. I could not figure out what it was for the life of me. And so I crept up the stairs, calling out for Margaret. And then I found her. She was on the toilet. Her head was rolled back to the side. Her arms were as if they had reached out for something before falling limp to her side. And she had a small hole in her trachea, like something had stabbed her there. Father, it was the most horrible feeling. I thought I was depressed when Mother died, but I didn't even know grief then.
Am I to understand that the small hole in her chest looked like an Allen wrench?
I'm not too familiar with tools, but it's quite possible.
Where were you at the moment of this murder?
I don't even know when it took place. When did this happen, dear?
2:07 p.m.
2:07 p.m. Why, I was in the garage cleaning my Allen.
Aha! Your Allen wrench.
Officer, the fact that I own an automobile and the tools with which to keep it maintained does not implicate me in a murder.
And yet it does. Because an Allen wrench, a torque wrench, and a deflated tire all equal one thing. Guilt.
Officer,
I'm taking you to the station.
To the station? My daughter is in great distress here, not to mention that she has just revealed to me that she's in love with a woman.
Unless you knew, Father, and you did something to stop my love. Did you murder Margaret?
Don't be foolish, girl! Do you think I could run a factory and company as large as Simpson's Suds and not have eyes everywhere? Come here and look at that picture. That picture is our great ancestor Aloysius.
Yes.
And beneath his eyes, all of the trouble that has plagued us has unfolded. I knew that you liked women, child.
Well, Father, it seems that you're not the only one that had eyes on everything. For you see, I know you were having an affair with Madame Blackwell.
Don't you see, Caroline? It's time for this silliness to end. It's time for forbidden love to be thrown on the trash heap with all of the silly romances that made it forbidden. Why can't you love who you love? Why can't I love as many people as I choose to love?
Father, does that mean that you accept me for who I am, fully?
Sweet girl, I always have.
Oh, Father!
Well then, there's no motive. Nothing except for some tools missing from the shed.
I tell you, officer, I'm not responsible for any of these grisly murders, but as my family is being stricken with the loss, why don't you go out there and figure out who is?
I will do that. Be yourself.
Caroline,
Father,
come here.
I'm here.
Together, we shall make sure that all of this hatred is a thing of the past, and that people who want to love shall love. Come, we shall go to the bathroom, wash our hands, and make a nice sculpture of Jesus.
Mother, Felicia, I have something to tell you. Please. It's time for this blood feud between our families to end. I am going to marry Charles Simpson.
Oh, Felicia. Oh.
You don't seem that surprised, Mom.
Madam Blackwell, it's time that you told her.
Told me what? Why are you
Told
here?
her who her true father is.
Who?
It's best that you sit. Please do sit, my dear. Oh, Inspector.
I'm sorry, it had to come out.
I suppose so, especially upon this news of your intended wedding. Oh, dear,
What is
dear.
it?
Let me tell you a story. First of all, this is half of a pig's hoof.
Mama, you know I don't want cruelty to animals.
Felicia, sit. Your great-great-great-great-grandfather, Lubunka Blackwell, took this from the pig, from which the fortune was made.
This is old news, Mother. What?
The reason I have it, the reason I have half of it is because I had an affair, a deep love affair, with Roger Simpson, and he has the other half of this hoof. Dear, he is your father. I can only assume that because at the time of the affair, you were conceived. And
I was reading through the records, and 9 months previous to your birth, old Mr. Blackwell was strung out from a hip injury.
Indeed. As so often, he had joint problems.
And so you see, girl, it was your mother and Mr. Simpson who tried to end that feud many years ago. And now it has produced even worse.
Roger.
Mr. Simpson.
Roger. My darling. Oh!
It is true. I am your father.
You're not. You may be in my blood, but you're not my father, and you're a liar.
Felicia, do not speak that way. You know there was a reason why you weren't as tall as you could have been. My dear, it is not important to
No
me.
time for that now, darling.
No.
I want you to have both halves of this dead pig.
Oh, Roger.
Felicia, my love.
Charles,
What are you doing here, Father?
don't kiss her on the mouth.
I believe I should leave. You all straighten this out. Good day.
I'm in love with her.
Charles, that woman is your biological sister.
It's true, Charles. They have some rotten old hoops they put together that they wear around their necks.
Listen,
Charles.
and listen good. This shall work out for the best for everyone, except you. You see, now that dear Tabitha is out of the realm of my love, I'm sure she looks down upon us and doesn't want there to be any more hatred. And old Mr. Blackwell, foolish of us to have fought for so long, clearly he too wishes for our two homes at last to be united.
Two hooves.
Yes. Out of all this dark murder, some light shall shine. Son, I forgive you. Live your life. Be who you are.
Later that evening, I asked the detective inspector to meet me at the Simpson household where the entire family was present.
Oh, Miss Marple, please take a seat.
Caroline, you're so kind. Thank you. Thank you for inviting me over. I hope you don't mind. I asked the detective inspector to come over as well because, well, there's been a big break in the case.
Has there?
How do you know what happened to my mother?
I know exactly what happened to your mother, as do you.
What are you talking about?
Oh, come now, Caroline. You took her out. But it was a mistake. It was your father you had intended to kill, wasn't it?
Yes, it's true! I was coming for you! But she was wearing your bathrobe that day. From behind, I thought it was you that I was killing.
For you thought, for sure, if your father was out of the way, then you could get the entire company yourself. You knew that he was standing between you and your blind ambition.
Well, it should rightfully be mine. I am the only one in this family that understands what it is to work hard. I am the smartest one here, and it should all be mine.
I was going to give you everything I did.
Not just that, she knew you were going to try and join the two companies. Well, that goes against what she wants.
The
She wants it
accountant.
all for herself. Exactly. The accountant knew. How do I know all of this? You're going to ask, of course.
How do you know all of this?
The girl is stupid enough to write it all in her diary, which fell out of her window.
You read my diary! That is personal!
Yes, I did. Detective Inspector, it's right here. That's evidence. Evelyn, poor girl, she got in the way. She tried to fight you, didn't she?
She did. But I will have no one stand in the way of what is mine. You! My whole life I have tried showing you who I am as a person, and you've turned a blind eye to me. I am worthy. I am better than you. And it was all so close to happening, too.
That darkness in your heart. Oh, it went pitch black when you turned on your love. Your Margaret. She told you to choose between her and the blood. She knew what you had done. So she was going to turn against you.
I've worked my whole life to get to this place. I couldn't let some frivolous love keep me back from what is mine, what I need to achieve. So yes, I used her. And I did truly love her.
Yes, you did, child.
And it was so hard.
How can so much passion for hatred and passion for love coexist in one human heart? Evil, I tell you. The human race is evil.
You? Get her out of my sight, Inspector.
No, Father, please.
Officer Thunderhorn!
You just look like my Margaret. I'm sorry, Father, please come visit me. Please, I am sorry.
I'm so sorry, Mr. Simpson. This must be so heartbreaking for you. First you lose your wife, and then your daughter turns out to be a monster.
I only have one child left, as far as I can remember. Charles, I relinquish you from any responsibility to the family in the factory. I